Welcome to Tibalt's Apprentice. It's important to note those 3 losses up there in the right-hand corner if you did. We're going to jump into this, but we are going to play at single speed. I think it's important to acknowledge those losses because right immediately after those losses, we go on a winning streak of sorts. Hello, welcome to Tibalt's Apprentice. This is going to be a gameplay video. Normally I do 3 games in a row just to see how they go. But, yeah, so it's a red-green deck. It's nothing that you probably haven't seen if you're playing the standard. Of course, we're going to have our Swiftspear. We love prowess. We have some other cards in here like this, the Audacity cards and so on, that are going to give us some more value. We're going to draw some more cards. And we're going to talk a little bit about Arena and how I'm feeling about it lately. That is to say that I feel like Arena's kind of making me into an ugly player. An ugly Arena player, anyhow, that is, just because I'm in there just for... well, I want to say just for the wins, but no, I'm finding myself playing more and more just to make other people feel bad. And that's not what this game should be about. I think it should be about fun and sportsmanship, and I guess that's why I play Commander on paper. Because Arena doesn't give you the chance to do those things. But you know what? I'm also trying to keep this positive, so we're not going to go too much into that. Let's go into what this deck does. It hits, and it hits hard, and it can hit fast. It is not as fast as, say, a, as far as a historic deck goes, but let's put this on here. That's going to bump up the Swiftspear, and it's going to give me some double strike, and the game is already over before we even got a chance to start talking about it, really. That's not bad for 4 turns in, and we'll go over the deck a little bit more at the end, but let's make sure that it's worth playing, because you did see those 3 losses right there at the beginning. But this is me getting my points for the day. I have started to avoid the ladder for the most part because, again, it puts me on that negative path of playing. But we're going to stay away from that. We're getting into the next game. This deck has an incredibly low curve, an incredibly strong playability factor, but it doesn't guarantee wins. Again, I'm going to go back to those first 3 losses and point that we are now in the midst of a winning streak. We'll see how far we can take it. Wow. I'm not proud. I'll take that too, but that is not going to count towards our 3 games, I don't think. That's not really fair, but I will take that since I am collecting points. Let's go on to the next game here. It will take a minute. I would say if you get any value of this, if you enjoy mocking me, you're free to subscribe and do that all you can. In the meantime, also look for, type in MTG Creep and see what you get. I think you'll find some nice guys that are worth playing with and some content worth watching. Moving right along. This is going to get us, let's get some damage in early. Hope that I draw into a creature. If nothing else, I'll play my goblin and it'll get a +1 on it, putting him that much closer to the 4 power that he needs to attack and become double striker. This is just a solid deck all the way around. Like I said, it doesn't guarantee wins. Looking at enchantments, that's going to be somewhat of a problem. Let me see, this comes back on the board, so it doesn't have summoning sickness, or it does. I don't see a little swirl on there. So let's pump this to make sure that it has double strike. And go ahead and take the damage and pay. Let's throw this down. And do we remove the blocker or do we just pump it up? Let's remove the blocker. And let's throw this. Well, I'm going to say that was the decision that they made to leave the game. So I will take that win, and that will count towards our 3 wins or losses, are do or die. So, yeah. What are you guys feeling towards Arena these days? The same as always? Do I just need to get good? Because I'm sure I hear somebody else there saying that. At any rate, if you like this kind of content, you want Arena content, you want combos, and you want some deck techs, more deck techs and stuff, be sure to subscribe. that would be awesome and helpful. But more than anything else, share the channel with a friend. Let's put this on the board. If they're gonna bring in their stuff tapped, I will take advantage of that. As a matter of fact, I'll take advantage of this right now just by getting a bigger hit next turn. There is a little bit of planning with this deck. It's not all just red deck wins, not just straight burn. You can set up some things for future turns. This has a good toolbox card because it has plenty of versatility. Speaking of which, I will take the damage. I will set that up for another big turn. They are in, green, and, well, they've got tricolor, so they could have a board wipe. It is standard, though, so I'm not going to fear the board wipe too much. I do have things that give me hexproof in here, but I don't even need it. I think dropping this, let's hit them to the face for 2, see what's coming up. I'm okay with that. Unless they have removal of some sort. Yeah, I think that's a good solid punch in the face, and we're on to turn 5, which is pretty good. There's that toolbox card I was telling you about. That's pretty good for standard. It seems everything... Oh, that's... I'm not happy about that. I'm only okay with Ashiok when I'm using it, because I'm a hypocrite like that. Good game. Well, I appreciate you holding your good game till the end. Thank you. That was a fast 4 games. We'll call 3 winning games in a row. So I appreciate that. That gives me all my points for the morning. Let's take a quick look at this deck and see what it consists of. It's going to have all of your staples, all of your standard stuff. We'll come back to talk about pure white later because it's anything but pure white at this point. So let's see what we have here. We have lots of low mana cost cards, toolbox stuff, things that give you other counters, things that will give you damage and scrying, will give you cards when they go to the graveyard. Hexproof is always good. Getting that up to 4 and double strike is good. Yeah, it's pretty standard fare at this point. I'm pretty sure everybody's seeing this in the meta. If you're playing the meta or if you're preparing to go into the meta, this is a good start, a good entry point. It should get you some points on the ladder. I'm not doing the ladder right now. But look at this. That is a sweet, sweet mana curve right there. And provided you get the lands you start out to need with, you're going to do fine. At any rate, thanks for taking the time to watch. Look forward to seeing you again. Like, comment, subscribe. Do all the YouTube stuff. If nothing else, just share this with a friend. Thank you much. See you next time.